Is Mattie Anne's monster a bona fide skinwalker from Native American mythology? Or something else entirely? I've got some of the answers for you, so stay tuned. But first, I want to apologize for taking so long to get this video out. As you know, there's been a lot of crazy things going on in the world right now, and I've had to take some time off researching, but I'm doing well, and I hope all of you guys, all my supporters and subscribers, are safe, healthy, and most importantly, staying paranormal. If you would like to see more of these videos more often from me, like this video right now. It helps more than you think. Hit subscribe and the bell icon to stay informed. So in the next 7 days, I'd like to get 50 new subscribers. 50 new subscribers. So please share this video if you find it informational and useful. If I reach that goal, I'll make a special video shouting out all of my supporters. Also, shout out Outcast Wanderer for your concern. Thank you. You motivated me to get this video up. People like you make this channel possible. Play that intro.
Racing on a sleepless night. Try to catch me howling at the moon.
This is Mattie Anne, aka Maddie Smith Clark, and she has built up a YouTube following of some 30,000 people based on the premise that she is being stalked by some sort of strange or paranormal creature that she adamantly professes to be real over and over and over again. This is just the type of stuff that we break down here on the Moonlit Ghost, but before I say anything about the veracity of her claim, I do want to highlight some of the good things she is involved with. If you followed her at all, you probably know she is an advocate for suicide awareness, something that I can get behind wholeheartedly. And please, if you or anyone you know is struggling with suicidal thoughts in these difficult times, please don't hesitate to call this number. And if you've followed her recently, you'd see that she is winning a battle against cancer. That is an incredible thing, and my heart goes out to her and her family. All of that said, she is also making a very bold claim that there is a monster in her backyard. And one of the motivating factors for me to investigate this in the first place is that she made her way onto the Travel Channel's Paranormal Caught on Camera.
Hard to explain it because I didn't see anything at the time, but I felt something. Like I felt eyes on me, and I just felt like this danger, in me.
It was intriguing to me, and I set out to find the truth of whether or not this was indeed real and not, as many claim, just another ARG, that is, alternate reality game. The video that started it all was posted to her channel on October 21st, 2018, so pretty recently. In the description, she claims she and her husband had been hearing strange noises outside of her house at night for about 2 weeks, and finally she went and filmed it. In the video, we see her filming out into the darkness from her house, and you hear sounds of some creepy creature, and even captures an anomalous sighting on camera after she goes and investigates. So let's take a look.
Craziest noises. Listen. I gotta check this out.
That sound is kind of creepy, I guess. I mean, she's obviously freaked out about it. Let's see if we can't identify what that is. Based on information she provides to her audience, we know that she lives somewhere in North Carolina. And given that this happened in October of 2018, we know that this was filmed right after Hurricane Michael swept through the area. This means that this is the ideal habitat for what Reddit user Follower of Bougie claims to be nothing more than the sound of a bullfrog. And indeed, it is a bullfrog. Specifically the mating call of an American bullfrog. To confirm that, let's take a listen to an actual bullfrog courtesy of Perrin Nature's channel and compare the two sounds. That sound is most certainly a bullfrog, and since North Carolina is Maddie's longtime home, she should be at least somewhat familiar with that sound. It can't be the first time she's heard it, yet she acts terrified of it. In fact, in a later video she posts on her channel, there is a very similar sound in the background that she isn't even addressing. She's talking about something unrelated, and you hear the same sound, and she's not reacting to it.
Different brand. Same reaction.
and she's not reacting to it because it is a common bullfrog sound and she knows what that sounds like. Please let me know of what you think of this assertion. Point 1, that this sound is a bullfrog. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know in the comments below. Later on in the same video, Mattie is outside exploring in the dark, trying to find whatever it was, and we see this. Did you see it? How about now? Now, this is the big thing right here. This is what got Mattie featured on Nuke's Top 5 and then even on the Travel Channel's Paranormal Caught on Camera. And in the moment, she apparently doesn't see it well out there and only later acknowledges that something was there after reviewing the footage. So what is that thing? Well, I've got to be honest. I have no idea. I have gone to some extreme lengths to try and figure out what that is. I applied just about every effect in Premiere I can think of to try to tease out some detail. I've tried to reenact it using different objects, and I've even tried to match it up with items I've seen in Mattie's Instagram posts. And the closest object that fits the bill is this duck. And I don't even think it's not really that duck. I don't even think it's the head of a monster or a hand. It's just a weird thing out there. So yeah, I mean, honestly, I can't figure it out. So I guess that's a point for Mattie's monster. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think it is. If you have any insights or understanding of what it could be, please comment and let me know so we can figure that one out. So that specific instance has stumped me, but unfortunately for Mattie, her next video is a doozy. So a couple months later, on December 23rd, she uploads a video with some really strange audio titled "Scary Creature Caught on Camera Again." In this video, her and her husband are on the back porch and they hear a really odd noise. So there is a lot here. There are a lot of audio anomalies in this clip that don't appear to blend in with the natural sound. First of all, you hear almost music starting to crescendo right here. And then you hear the grudge noise running through leaves and just brush crinkling noise. And it honestly almost sounds like this clip from Sadako versus Kyoko. It's really very similar, but I'm not sure that it is like audio from that same clip. But what I am sure of is that this audio is 100% manipulated somehow, possibly lifted from a movie or created solely for this video and overlaid over the regular audio of the video. Listen right here. This is clearly somebody, not either Mattie or her husband, saying no or go.
Can I go inside, please? Please, can I go inside?
Just go inside. Just go inside.
I reached out to Audio Cleanup, a sound professional, and I asked him whether he thought this audio was manipulated or not. And he said, yes, I am certain this audio has been edited. Then he also says, this is, to my eyes and ears at least, definitely faked and not a good one. Then there's a moment where the audio kind of drops off. And I asked him about that, and he said, yes, that is another indication of poor editing. The audio shifts as the sound effect of the monster disappears. It's likely that the sound effect they used had background noise that they haven't removed, which is why the audio shifts and we don't hear the monster again. There you have it, but just to be clear on this, I reached out to Winkler Sound, who had this to say. Hey, your instincts seem correct. I reversed the audio channels left to right since this fits the video more. Referring to that drop off in sound again, the change in background at 34 seconds is very strange. That definitely indicates some kind of edit. And then finally, I reached out to a third audio professional, Tim Dolbear, who is a audio forensics specialist. He said, I examined both files. I sent him a couple different files, and he says both are fake in my very experienced audio opinion. I could tell instantly. On file Scary Creature, it's simply a person recorded doing the slow ah sound with their mouth close into the mic. Same sound used as a warm-up for vocals. After recording, they probably realized it was too dry and did not sound right, so they added a bright reverb, which does not match the rest of the sounds in the recording. Everything else in the audio video has a dark short reverb echo. The added in ah has a bright reverb plugin fake added to it. All three of these audio professionals agree that the audio is manipulated. Tell me in the comments down below, what do you think of this point? The audio in this clip is manipulated. Let me know in the comments down below. But in case you're still not convinced, there is even more. But first, you remember Kent Boers from Ghosts of Carmel, Maine? I did a short investigation on his channel and some weren't really happy with my conclusion. Well, since then, Kent himself actually has reached out to me and invited me out to his house to do an on-site investigation. And I'm like super excited about that. But obviously right now there are some things hindering me from being able to do that. But hopefully sooner than later I'll be able to get out there and do an investigation on his place. But from a personal standpoint, the truth is trying to get a round trip ticket, it can get pretty pricey. And I'm really not in a position to be able to just up and do that. Eventually I want to be, but right now if you'd like to help get that investigation rolling, please check out my Patreon. All of the funds that go there go directly into making this channel better, more educational, and more entertaining. If you can, please check it out, but otherwise don't worry about it. Hopefully just enjoy this video, like it, and subscribe. So her next video is another claim of strange noises, and there is a lot going on here. Take a listen.
This is a video that we caught a few nights ago. So it's 3:30 a.m. Devin's sleeping. And I'm hearing the noises again. Jesus Christ.
The upload date is January 21st, 2019. She says that she filmed the sounds a few days prior, so let's just say that this happened on the 18th, and then she says it is 3:30 a.m. So obviously you hear the strange animal noises, and there's quite a few things going on there. I'll get to those in a second, but first thing you might notice is that it's really windy out. You can hear wind howling in the distance. I mean, just listen. And it takes wind traveling at about 25 miles per hour to create that howling sound. We also know when this was taking place, and from information Mattie has freely shared, we also know she lives in the Triad area of North Carolina. The Triad is a reference to the Piedmont Triad, and one of the primary cities in that area is Greensboro. I took the liberty to look up weather conditions January 18th, 2019 in the Triad, North Carolina area, and 6 miles per hour. That is not enough to make the wind howl. So the 18th, okay, look at that, 3 miles per hour. The 17th is 7 and 3 miles per hour. So maybe it was the 16th, let's say, okay, so 5 and 3 miles per hour. 15th is 3 miles per hour. The 14th, 7 to 9 miles per hour. And you might be wondering, how does that make any sense? So it makes sense because the sound that you are hearing is a pre-recorded sound, and the wind just so happens to not match up with the actual weather in the area. And not only is the audio pre-recorded, but it is used in multiple videos, at least one other that she's posted, and I can prove it. But first, wind speed and weather. Do you agree with my analysis on that? Comment down below, let me know your thoughts on it. So you'll remember in her last video, there was this strange crumpling sound along with the gurgling grudge sound. It got me trying to find out whether there was any audio repeated, and it turns out that there is about 5 seconds of repeated audio that plays in both videos. I think she was trying to be clever and use different parts of the audio, but some of it appears to overlap. The audio of the last few seconds of this video matches the first few seconds of the previous video she uploaded. You may not hear it at first, but I'm going to break it down so you'll be able to see that it is actually the same. Here is the first moments of the audio from Scary Creature Caught on Camera again. Now here are the last few moments of her video, Scary Creature Caught on Camera, video 3. Now here it is, just a sound. It's ridiculous, I know, but it is the same audio. And to verify that there was absolutely no doubt, I reached out to Tim Dilbert again, and he had this to say. Yes, they are the same. I took both MP4 files and made the WAV files, then using Comparisonics to visualize the WAV file content. Higher frequencies are brighter, lower are dark. I aligned the main noise in the audio, and as you can see in the pictures, their two audio files are the same as far as the main audio content. When played this way together, you can tell they are almost identical. If the main noise throughout is copied, one or both of these were contrived. I would say both. So it is the same audio. All I have to say is very clever. I spent way too long trying to figure that out. So let me know what you guys think. If you agree or disagree or take issue with that point in the comments below. Moving on. All right, we've seen a lot, but is there any chance at this point that Mattie really still has a monster living in the woods in her backyard? Well, I've got one final point, and I think this puts it to rest once and for all. This point addresses 3 specific claims Mattie makes. It addresses this banging sound in 4 separate videos she uploaded.
So it's still happening. Deb, what do you think it is?
I don't know. There's, I mean, it's 10 o'clock at night.
There's nothing over there.
There's nothing over there.
It addresses this music from a video she posted to her Discord she claims is coming from the woods.
There's nothing around, but listen. It's music.
And finally, it undermines Mattie's biggest claim that they live in or around a wooded area, or at least that there are woods adjacent to her backyard where this creature lives, and that there are no businesses or factories around that could be making these noises. Although Mattie understandably doesn't advertise where she lives, she gives enough clues in her social media so a person can find out. I'm not going to openly share that information out of courtesy, even though our addresses are public record, but I am going to show an overhead view of her house to illustrate this point. So this is Mattie's house, and the first thing you will notice is that there are no woods near her house. In fact, her backyard parallels another backyard, and it's just a regular suburban neighborhood. That banging noise is most definitely coming from the industrial complex right across the street, where there's heavy machinery and things moving around that could easily make those banging sounds, which she says this factory business isn't there. And that music is most certainly coming from a dance academy literally touching her backyard. So you might be skeptical as to whether or not this is actually her house, but we can confirm that it is her house by just looking at a few landmarks that you see both in Google Maps and in the videos. First thing here, you'll notice this circular fire pit right here. You can see that in her video here. And then you can also see it in this Instagram post that she posted to her IG account. And then if we kind of go in a little bit like this, you see, so that is the white shed. And those are the 2 trees right there that monster ducks behind in the original video. And then if we rotate all the way around this way, it's very clear that that is the white triangular house in this clip right here. And like, I mean, really, like, her backyard goes into another person's backyard, and that's just not what she claims. And then that backyard is another backyard. She makes an attempt to say she lives in the woods, and this is simply not true. I just want to say, nice try, Mattie, but you have been officially debunked by the Moonlit ghost. And everybody share this video and get the word out. But I want to be clear as to why I'm doing this. I'm not doing this to destroy somebody's story. I'm doing this to find the truth, because the strange and the mysterious and paranormal is something that is very important to me. I grew up on the X-Files and unsolved mysteries and scary stories, and I do believe in ghosts, aliens, and Bigfoot, but I'm driven to find the truth of the matter. So rest assured, if you have a claim of the paranormal, I'll be seeing you around, and if it turns out to be legit, then that's the most exciting thing there is. And if not, I guess the only thing I can say is thank you for the journey of discovery. Mattie Anne, once again, you have been debunked. Thank you, and I'll see all of you guys next time. Like and share, comment down below what you would like me to investigate next. Subscribe, hit me up on Patreon so I can get out to investigate Kent Boris's house. Let's see if we can't get 50 subscribers in the next 7 days. Love you guys. Much love from the Moonlit Ghost. I hope and pray that everybody is being safe and reasonable in your thoughts and actions, and let's stand up for goodness and truth in these uncertain times. Have a good night, guys. I will see you next time. Bye.